it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is the 27th of May. Oh my goodness, we are so close. I hope you guys are enjoying. I still have to get caught up on all these amazing videos. I have like the most amazing scrappy friends, like to join me and to scraplift all of you wonderful scrapbookers out there. Like so much fun stuff. So today we me and some of them are scraplifting City Scrapper over on Instagram. Her name is Laura, but she is also City Scrapper on YouTube as well. So this is a super fun layout. It has a cut file wreath. So I decided to do a cut file wreath as well. This is using my February hip kit, and it's one of their exclusive cut files. And what I did actually was I didn't back it in any of the papers from the kit. It's actually one piece of 6x8 paper, and now I can't remember what paper pad it came from. I don't know. If it comes to me, I will put it in the description box below, but I don't think I showed it, and I think I made this layout in March. So yeah, I have no idea. It'll come to me. Probably about 2 o'clock in the morning. It'll be like waking me up and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's what the paper is. So if it wakes me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I actually remember when I get up, I will totally add it to the description box below. But it's like 3 little different painty blocks. One's yellow, one's coral, and one's green. And it goes perfect with these florals from Pink Fresh. So I back the cut file and then I glue it down, and I'm going to add the florals and the, what are those called? Lemons. I'm going to add some of those lemons around. I'm going to back my photo in some of the blue tissue paper that came in the kit. And you're probably going, Crystal, why are you taking a picture of a stove? Well, let me tell you. So this was actually one of my Mother's Day presents from last year. And so we live in a rental, and the lady that we rent from is in her 90s. And so we try really hard to just take care of everything ourselves, because when I call her, she doesn't always understand what we need. And the property management company that used to manage it retired last July. So if we have any issues, we have to go directly to her. So our stove was probably from the 70s, I want to say. And when we moved in, only 3 out of 4 of the burners worked, which, you know, whatever. Like, I'm not a huge, like, cooker. So I usually wasn't going to use more than 2 or 3, right? So I didn't worry that one of them didn't work. So then, slowly but surely, they kept dying off. And about this time, I guess earlier, because Mother's Day is over. So earlier than this, we had gotten down to 1. We had 1 burner, and that was a little tough. Like, I think you need a minimum of 2 burners. Like, I think I can survive with 2 burners. So my husband just decided to buy this stove, and he said, you know, if we ever move, we'll just take the stove with us. So I did call her and let her know we bought a stove, and only one of the burners worked. Did she want us to keep it to put back in if we moved, or get rid of it? And she said, just get rid of it. So there is that. So this was my new stove, and I was super excited, and it was glass top, and I thought it'd be super easy to clean. So I decided to title it Everyday Life, because we use that stove every day. So it's super nice to have 4 burners that work plus a warming burner. So I have just tucked a few other things other than the florals into the wreath. I tucked in some chipboard flair, both from Simple Stories and from Pink Fresh. And then I popped in some enamel dots. And now I am going to add some sequins. So I decided to use the Desert Rose and the Ice Castle. And those are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And Jody is the best boss in the world, even though she's not my boss anymore. But she could be if she wanted to be. She could boss me around. She is super cool. I love her. So even though I'm not on the design team anymore, she allowed my code Crystal15 to still be active. So you guys can still use the code Crystal15 to get 15% off your sequins, which I mean is beyond nice, I feel like. So yeah, if you need some sequins, definitely head over and get those. So I use Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to put down my sequins. I also use a crystal katana, so it has a wax tip on one end and then a blunt metal tip on the other end. So the wax tip picks up the sequins perfectly, and you drop it in the glue and then you flip it over and you push it down with the metal so it doesn't get glue everywhere and your hands don't get glue. And oh, it's just, it probably is one of my favorite tools. And when I can't find it, I do start to panic just a little bit because I don't want to have to pick these sequins up by my hands. Like, I will totally tear apart my room to find this thing. Like, that's how much I love it. Now, you do get some glue sometimes on the wax tip, but it comes right off. So before this, I had a jewel picker, which is super inexpensive. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, I think, for like $5. And they work for a while, but the glue doesn't come off of their tips as well. So I found that I would go through a couple of them a year because, as you know, I am totally addicted to sequins, and so I do a lot of sequins on my page, and so I would get a lot of glue, honestly, on the jewel picker. So that being said, I I don't know when or if I will even need to replace this, but I do think that they have like new wax heads if need be. Like, you don't have to buy a bunch. They are a little pricey. I think they're like $20 on Amazon. But I personally, for me, feel like it's totally worth it. So that is my layout about my stove. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I would love to chat with you. Like, I know Mother's Day was this month. Did you get anything super cool like a stove? I would love to know what you got. So here are some close-ups. You can see that cut file, you can see the sequins, and all the little bits and bobs that I snuggled in, which is super fun with a wreath. So there is the full layout. Make sure you check the description box below for everybody who's playing on. And remember to wear your crown. Bye.